Sometimes a company announces a software update, and it seems pretty standard. But every now and then, a simple tech upgrade tells a much, much bigger story. A story about strategy, performance, and where a company is betting its future. And today, we're diving into one of those stories from the mortgage giant Onity Group. Okay, let's start with a little thought experiment. Picture this. You're running a massive call center. You've got thousands, maybe even millions of recorded customer calls. Suddenly, you need to find one specific conversation from 3 weeks ago to sort out a dispute. How long do you think that would take? Hours? Days? Now, what if you could do it in seconds?
Well, that's the exact problem that PHH Mortgage, a really key part of Onity Group, is tackling head-on. And they're doing it with a major upgrade to their artificial intelligence platform.
So let's get right into the most impressive part of this update. It's a brand new feature that goes after this huge, untapped gold mine of data that's just hiding in plain sight, or, well, plain sound in all those routine phone calls.
The headline feature here is seriously powerful. Their AI assistant can now sift through a massive audio archive and pinpoint a specific phone call almost instantly. It's using some really advanced speech-to-text and natural language processing to understand what you're asking for and find that exact moment. It's basically like a search engine, right? But instead of searching the web, it's searching for spoken words inside your company's audio files. Pretty cool.
So who actually benefits from something like this? I mean, for the teams on the inside, this is a huge deal. For quality assurance, they can check service standards way faster. Auditors, they get a direct line to the exact data they need, no fuss. And, this is crucial, when a customer has a really serious issue, the review team can pull up that entire call history in minutes, not days. That's a game changer.
Now, this cool new feature, it isn't some standalone gadget. It's actually an enhancement to a much larger system. So let's zoom out for a second and meet the AI that's at the heart of all of this.
It's called LASI, which stands for LoanSpan AI Assistant. This thing was launched back in February of 2025. It was originally built as a tool for PHH subservicing clients. So those are basically other financial institutions that hire PHH to manage the nitty-gritty day-to-day work on their mortgage accounts. The whole point was to give them a smarter, faster way to get info on their loans.
And you can really see how the platform has grown. LSI started out by fetching documents and answering complex questions, which is already useful. But these new enhancements, pulling up call recordings and digging into specific data for each and every loan, that takes it to a whole new level of insight. It's a pretty significant leap in what it can do.
All right, so the tech is powerful, for sure. But a powerful tool is one thing. It's the strategy driving it that really tells the story. So let's take a look at the why. How this tech fits into the company's bigger picture.
And it's a totally fair question, right? Why pour all these resources into an internal AI tool? Is this just about having cool, shiny new tech, or is there a deeper business reason behind it all? Well, we get a really clear answer right from their Chief Strategy Officer, Walt Mullen. He says the goal is to make it more simple and more efficient for clients. This tells you everything. The strategy isn't about replacing people, it's about empowering their partners with better, faster information.
So when you boil it all down, this tech is hitting 3 core goals. Number 1, make the client experience better. Number 2, create radical transparency so clients can see exactly what's going on. And number 3, boost efficiency by making critical data available anytime, 24/7. This isn't just an IT project. It's a full-blown client service strategy.
Okay, that all sounds great on paper, but is this tech-first strategy actually, working? Let's take a look at the numbers. They tend to tell the real story.
First off, let's just talk about the sheer scale here. In 2025 alone, the company closed over $24 billion in loan volume. Just to put that into perspective, that makes them the 21st largest lender in the entire country. We're talking about a massive operation. And get this, that huge number, it's not like they're just treading water. That volume is actually a 42% jump from the year before. That is some serious growth, and it's blowing past many of their competitors. And all that growth, it's heading straight to the bottom line. The company reported a record-breaking profit of over $185 million. It seems pretty clear that their focus on technology, efficiency, and client service is fueling some major financial success. So the company is growing, it's profitable, and that's what makes their next moves even more fascinating. Because when we zoom out to look at their latest corporate finance decisions, the picture gets really interesting and maybe a little complicated. Just take a look at this timeline. Late last year, they sold off almost $10 billion in assets, saying it was to simplify their business. Okay, but then, just a few months later, they turned around and raised $200 million in new debt. And right after that, they announced a $10 million plan to buy back their own stock. So they're selling, borrowing, and buying back all at pretty much the same time.
Okay, so this brings us to the big question, the one that ties it all together. When you connect all these dots, the huge investment in AI, the massive growth, the record profits, and then these really complex financial moves, what does it all mean? Is Renity shedding its old skin and raising cash to go all in on becoming a leaner, meaner, tech-driven mortgage powerhouse? It sure looks like they believe that technology and efficiency are the ultimate keys to winning, and that is something to think about.